Hello folks, so it's been a topsy-turvy week in the markets, but SoundHound appears to be holding up quite nicely, holding the $4 level for now. When it comes to the Nasdaq, a few days ago I said there is a 70% chance that we have hit the bottom in the current correction, and I think we are more like 80% now, with strong earnings preventing the stock market from going down further. In this video I want to talk about what is happening in the broader market, the PCE report on Friday and its impact on stocks, and SoundHound's price action plus prediction for the next 2 weeks. Before we begin, most of you are not subscribed, so please hit the like and subscribe button to get instant updates when I post SoundHound videos. And also, I'm not a financial advisor, so take all my content with a grain of salt and seek professional financial advice if you need to. So the markets looked shaky yesterday morning after Meta's weak guidance, but shrugged it off early on, rising gradually throughout the day after a weak GDP report. This GDP report means it's more likely that economic growth might slow further in the coming months, which would bring rate cuts back onto the table. Furthermore, in after hours, both Google and Microsoft reported pretty strong earnings. This boosted Nasdaq futures and many other stocks after hours. This all sounds great, but there's one thing left this month that could upset the apple cart, and that is the PCE report coming out this morning. This is the personal consumption expenditure report that is a measure of inflation that the Fed prefers over the CPI. The market is expecting year-on-year growth of 2.6%, but if we get 2.7, the markets might sell off, but in all honesty, it should recover over the next few days. However, if the number is 2.8% or higher, I expect a sharp sell-off in stocks and interest rates like the 10-year to spike higher. Remember, we want lower inflation readings so that the Fed is more able to cut rates in the near future. If inflation is too high, the option of cutting rates becomes harder for the Fed to take. I'm still shorting Nasdaq futures as a hedge, but if we get a good PCE number today, I'll probably close it out as the market is likely to head higher. So overall, I reckon there is about an 80% chance the market will head higher from here, but a 20% chance that it might fall further if we get a hot inflation number today. So what does this mean for SoundHound? Well, the Hound has recently recovered back to the $4 level, and I suspect if we get a good day in the markets today or Friday, we could see SoundHound finish in the high 4s. However, if we get a hot PCE number and the market tanks, SoundHound could fall back down to the mid 3s. As I suspected though, these two long-term moving averages appear to be offering some sort of support for the price, at least for now. I think it's due for a rally anyway, so next week if the market holds up, we can see $5 tested just before earnings. And then the week after, on Thursday the 9th, is when SoundHound's earnings will be released, so that'll be a huge week for us. So for the next 2 weeks before earnings, I expect SoundHound to sort of bounce around between $4 and $5. If it can get back into this $5 box, that would be ideal, but I mean there's so much resistance overhead now that people are going to sell into every rally, keeping the price depressed. The first resistance level we'll meet is at $6, followed by $7 and $8.50. We really need some substantial buying to get the price back up above $7, and that's going to take some good earnings or some positive announcements. Speaking of announcements, we still haven't heard anything about SoundHound's new restaurant customers, and if it doesn't get announced before earnings, I hope management talks about it in the earnings call, otherwise the market might lose patience and begin dumping the stock. However, I'm still holding SoundHound, and if it continues to show evidence of holding the current price levels at around $4, I'll probably buy more, but I'll keep you posted on that front. Anyway, that's it for today. Not much else to talk about. Sometimes when you're holding stocks, they just go through months and months of not doing much or in correction territory, so most of the time it's just a waiting game, unfortunately. By the way, if you haven't already, please click the like and subscribe button for more SoundHound updates. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.